morning I'm going to be making my breakfast, and I'm going to be doing callaloo, okay? And I'm also going to be doing fried dumplings, baked dumplings, okay? So here I have 8 ounces of callaloo, and this callaloo is from my garden, so I clean it up and I stored it in the freezer. That's why it looks like that, okay? And I'm going to be using 8 ounces of salted pollock, which is saltfish really, and this is the brand I'm using, okay? And I have a tablespoon of turmeric, a tablespoon of Mrs. Dash, a teaspoon of garlic, and maybe 1/8 of black pepper. Here I have 1 tomato cut up, and purple onions, green peppers, yellow peppers, red peppers, white onions. I have maybe about 4 cloves of cut up garlics. I have 1 pepper. You can use the seasoning of your choice. Okay, so now I am going to saute my herbs. So in here I have a 1/4 cup of coconut oil, and my pot is already hot, okay? So I'm just gonna saute for a few minutes. Maybe for 2 minutes. Turn my fire up a little more. This is beautiful. So while this is sauteing, I have to tell you that my fish I put to soak overnight. So this morning what I did, I threw off that water, then I put it in a pot and I let it boil for 10 minutes because I don't want too much salt inside there. So this is already cooked, like I just said, and it is ready. So I'm going to sprinkle just a little bit of thyme inside there. Now I'm going to put in my callaloo. I'm going to put in my saltfish. I'm going to put my seasoning in, dry seasoning. I'm going to stir everything together. And just in case you're not from Jamaica and you don't know what callaloo is from the spinach family. So if you don't have callaloo, you could try this recipe with spinach. So I want to give you a view of what my callaloo looks like in my pot. So I'm going to cover this and let it cook for 10 minutes. Okay guys, so I told you I'm going to make some dumplings. Normally I like to bake my dumplings because I'm trying to cut grease. But for the sake of the video, I am going to fry some and I'm going to bake some. So my flour was 1.5 pounds, 2 tablespoons of margarine, a teaspoon of salt, one of these milk, which is 8 ounces of milk, and half a cup of water. So I combine my salt, my margarine. Also I have 1 tablespoon of baking powder. So I combine all of those together, which I already did, but I'm just trying to explain to you. And for the liquid, I had my liquid little by little because you don't want to spoil your flour. You want your flour to have a good texture so you can make your dumplings. Okay, so I already made most of my dumplings, but I have 2 left. And after I combine everything together, I let my dough sit for 20 minutes, 25 minutes, so it gets a little soft. And right now you can see that this is soft. Okay. My dough is very soft. They shape it up like that nicely. So this is what I am going to bake. I'm going to bake them in my toaster oven, and I set the oven at 350. I'm going to bake it for about 25 minutes or until it is done, okay? And these are what I am going to fry. So my frying pan is ready, and I have half a cup of coconut oil. And this is the coconut oil I'm going to use. So please meet me over my pot. Okay guys, so now I'm going to put these dumplings in here, my toaster oven, to bake for 25 minutes. And here I'm going to put these to fry. My pot is already hot, okay? And I have my fire on low because I don't want them to burn. Okay. You can see they're moving, which means the pot is hot. They move freely. They're not sticking. And you want to space them out because when they start baking, they're going to start expand, and you don't want them to stick onto one another. Okay, so I'm going to let these fry for about 10 minutes on one side, and then I'm going to flip them for them to finish on the other side. Okay. Okay guys, so it's now 10 minutes since these dumplings are on this side, one side, so I'm going to turn them over now. so I'm gonna let these cook for another 10 minutes or until it is done, okay? Okay guys, so I am finished making my breakfast. And here is my callaloo and saltfish kukapu. Okay, here is my baked dumplings. They took like 30 minutes. And you can see that it's done because it's soft. Also, this is my fried dumplings. I put a piece of hand towel here so it will absorb some of the grease. And this is what they look like. Okay. So now I dish out 2 dumplings, and this is the fried dumplings. This is for Kathy, my daughter. And this is the baked dumplings. This is for me, and I have along there 2 slices of avocado. I hope that you will try this recipe, especially the baked dumplings. If you have never tried it, it is very good. I came up with this idea some years ago because when I stopped to think that when we fry our dumplings, we use a lot of grease. And then when we make the meat, we also have grease. So it's grease on top of grease, which is not healthy for me and maybe for you too. So that's why I came up with baking my dumplings. Everyone come to my house, they always get baked dumplings, even though they rather to have fried dumplings because they're not accustomed to this. But this is a way to make yourself a little healthier, okay? I hope that you will try this.